Studies show that about 20% of us are chronic procrastinators. That is 1 in every 5 people. But a lot of the times, we don't even know we're procrastinating, and that's at no fault of your own. That's because that procrastination shows up in very sneaky ways that makes us feel like we're actually being productive when we aren't. I've recently become aware of how some of my habits have been quietly slowing me down. Not in big dramatic ways, but in ways that still matter. In ways that steal time and effort and momentum. And I know I'm not alone. So in this video, I want to show you how procrastination has been masking itself and showing up as progress, and what I'm doing to shift it. Because I'm not here to stay small, and I know you aren't too. I am here to become the best version of myself. This first one feels like growth, but it is actually overconsumption of books, of healing modalities, of certifications, of courses, of online materials, of videos. For example, I follow dozens of content creators because sometimes watching another video or consuming additional information feels like I'm being productive, feels like I'm moving myself forward, feels like I'm working towards my goals. So I've had to stop and ask myself this question. Do I really need more information to act? Do I have enough information on the topic? Am I just tricking myself into feeling good or feeling productive? And I've given myself a limit. 1 book, 1 course, 1 plan, then action. Because the future version of me does not need more information to act. The future version of me might need more information in the future, but right now, what really is going to take me to the next level is to move in action. This one is perfectionism as quality control. I was so scared to be judged by you that I would delay and slow momentum because in my mind, I was not the perfect weight or the perfect age or the best version of myself. So instead of showing up authentic, I would re-record, re-edit, and redo content that was already good enough. I was calling it quality control, but really it was fair. Now I just set a deadline, I show up as the best version of myself, and then I trust that progress will come through motion. And this does not mean I do not care about excellence. What it does mean is that I define excellence differently now. Now excellence means momentum, seeing myself progress, and having a growth mindset. And I trust that over time, I will get better with practice. This habit was doing it all to feel in control. On those days, I would create a long to-do list and then attempt to do it all. I wanted to film, I wanted to edit, I wanted to upload, I wanted to meditate, I wanted to practice gratitude, I wanted to work out, I wanted to meal prep, I wanted to cook, all by 3 p.m. This was perfectionism convincing me that if I did more, I would achieve more, and if I did more, I would be more productive. It was also procrastination because I was filling my day with busy work instead of focusing on goal-moving action. So what I do now, I focus on 3 goal-moving tasks, and that's it. I focus on those tasks, and that keeps me intentional and helps me build momentum over time. Mental looping mask as clarity. Because I had such a long to-do list, I would sit in overwhelm, take a long time to decide where to start, and sometimes ending up doing none. This is one of perfectionism's favorite tricks, indecision. What I do now, I keep a short list of 3 goal-moving tasks and just get started on one. If I find myself stuck throughout the day, I shift my energy by practicing heart coherence, breath work, or doing a quick workout. And the final habit is using mistakes as a reason to stop. For example, if I were to break a promise I had to myself, like skipping a workout, I would allow that to derail my entire progress because perfectionism would be sending me thoughts like, see, you did this last time. See, you messed up. See, you are not someone who followed through. See, you said you were going to do this, but you didn't. Why are you doing this anyway? Why don't you just give up? Perfectionism was feeding my procrastination. So, what am I doing now? I am making small, doable promises to myself that I keep no matter what. What this is doing is this is rebuilding my identity as someone who follows through, someone who keeps the promises she makes to herself, someone who shows up for herself fully. And it is also showing me that progress does not have to be perfect. Procrastination does not always look like doom scrolling. It might show up disguised as perfectionism. My rule of thumb is even if I feel productive, if I'm not moving towards my goals, then it is likely slowing me down. Remember, you do not need to show up perfect. You just need to show up fully and be present. Let me know in the comments if any of my examples resonated with you. If you found any value in this video, please like, share, subscribe. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for watching. And remember, nothing changes until you change.